Welcome back, and this time we're going to make the main top window frame. This is the shape we ended up with at the end of the previous video, and this is to show you exactly what it will look like at the end. The first thing we need to do is to construct circles that will fit inside here. But before we do that, we're going to put this circle, which we know is the final part that's quite simple, and we put it into place. We now surround all of this and group it together. That's so that we can remove that when we finally make those two small panes. This is the circle that I've put for here. This is simply the width of this frame minus 2.6. So I've got an even space right round. The next is here, which replaces the half circle in there. And this circle is the increased size to surround the center circle. Once we've done that, it is now simply a matter of removing this. We now must surround all of the circles. Now the Shape Builder tool is located here. Two icons under the Select tool. If we click on that, it takes everything off the screen out of the way. And make sure that these circles actually intersect. There is a positive and negative. The negative is to delete items. Now when we go to this item here, we want that bit removing, so we just press minus. If we now want this piece minus, it will take that and that. Then we take that and that. And we're left with the part that we want. We now go to this shape and we go to duplicate. We now simply flip that over and we have the two parts that we want. So let's bring back the original shape. This one for the right and this one for the left. They're identical. Now we can manipulate them and move them around. We can reduce them in size and we can play around with them till they're exactly where you want them to be within the drawing. So the first thing we want to do is make this circle. So hold the Control key down after pressing the circle tool and draw a circle of where you think it should be. We can then move that circle and see that it's far too large. Now with the width and height lock on, we can now manipulate that circle to fit in that space. Now let's check if it's what I had, and you can see it's still a little bit large. So we'll reduce it a little bit further and try that for shape and size. And that fits. So we now have to make these smaller strange shape panes. So what I've done is I've taken a copy of that particular outer frame and I'm going to put that outer frame around there, because when we create the panes, they've got to stay within that frame. So let's make that a little bit bigger so that we can see it easily. The one thing I'm going to do to make it easier is to use the line tool and take a point from here and just draw a straight line above where we want to be. Now that stroke is a little bit too big, so I'm reducing it to 0.15 to make it easier to see. I've pressed the Select tool and we're now going to use the Node tool. With the node tool, you can push that line further out. And as you can see, I've just pushed it out to the shape of the outer frame. The next thing to do is to draw the next line, which is here. So again, use the select tool, draw a line, and click on the end of there and draw another line. This time, take it into between the half circle and the circle. Doesn't matter if it cuts down a bit lower, because we can move that with the node tool again. And again, change that to 0.15 so we can see it more clearly. We can now go back to the node tool, click on the line, and again push the shape. And we can shape it to the half circle. Once we've done that, we can see clearly that we're getting the shape there. The next thing is to select line tool again and just join these 2 points together. Again, reduce the size to 0.15. And after every one of those, make sure you press the select tool. Now we can see where the line is, and it's not quite long enough. So we can extend the line. Now I'll make that easier to see, as the lines don't make contact. So what we can do is click on the line, move the line in, and you can see that it fits. Now what we can do is we go back to the node tool, click on the line, and then shape that to where we are. Now you can play with that to get the points slightly different, and you can move that using the node tool by just pulling things around, as you can see, and just play with it. You won't get it right the first time until you're satisfied that it's what you want. And again, you can manipulate the node tools, or node points, sorry, using the node tool, so you get the exact shape that you want. So there we have one for this side. So we don't have to make it all again, just surround it all and object group. Now once it's grouped, go to duplicate, pull your duplicate away, and this time just flip it and it will go to the other side. Move that in. Then you've got 2 identical panes rather than trying to make them separately. So there is your finished article for that window. Now if we just move across, group all this together, object group, and just see how it fits within the model. And you can see it fits perfectly. And that's what the window frames look like when completed. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next part of the project. Thank you.